We are here, and I am so excited to invite everyone to today's book launch party of Legacy 2025. This is the third annual Legacy Chronicles. We're here to celebrate the nine co authors, along with myself, on the publication of our book. Today is a doubly special day. Guiding Brilliant Writers wraps up its first year in business, and we are excited to say that we have published 8 books in 10 months. No small feat, and certainly we could not do this without your support, without your belief in us, and without you attending and being here to show us so much love. So, there are going to be some great giveaway prizes today. Guiding Brilliant Writers in celebration is giving away a little over $1,500 in prizes. This is um, the end of year gift back. And thanks for all the blessings we have received and for all those that we know we have blessed and all those we would like to continue to bless. So, welcome everyone that is joining us. I see you out there in the comments. And if this is your first time attending a book launch party, I hope that you walk away as inspired as we feel to be able to bring something like this to you. So, before we get started, I want to share a short story with you. This morning, when I was deciding what I wanted to wear today, um, my mind was not anywhere but on what was going to happen today at 2. So I grabbed this pink dress, thinking I wanted to wear something with a pop of color, something that was celebratory. And immediately, this scarf jumped into my mind. I thought, oh, wow, I probably have worn it once, and I like to match. And I thought, wow, this is going to match the dress. And I don't know why I never thought, honestly, to combine them before. So I went to get it, and it's pretty new. It took me right back to um, 2017, a week after my mom passed, sitting in her room with my sister, going through her things. This was one of the items um, that I took. It was obviously never worn. And I know that it more than likely was a gift from her distributor in Thailand. My mom went on to start her own business after being CEO of a number of businesses and helping them to rise. She opened a company called L's Trading, L's for girls in French, after myself and my sister. And she said to me quite often that I was just born with something uh, that allowed me to just touch others. She saw it in me. And she felt that I had accumulated a lot of business knowledge over the years. I scoffed, of course. And something passed through me as I picked up the scarf to put it on. And I know without a doubt that it was her spirit telling me how very proud she is of me in this moment. And that I, like her, was courageous to take a bold step. And I walk in her footsteps now. And I wanted to share that with you because it is a very appropriate story for legacy. So I am going to start bringing on our writers. We have so much fun planned today. Like, I am thrilled. We are not only going to do a Thanksgiving trivia, but for every question that is answered correctly by one of the writers, there will be a question posed to the audience. The first person to answer that question correctly will win a prize from Guiding Brilliant Writers. Um, I'm not going to share what those prizes are until you win, but I just want to say you need to stick around because these are going to be some really good prizes to go into 2026 with. So, big thank you to my executive remote producer and big brother Aaron Gibson, who is backstage. He not only joins us as a third time co author in Legacy, but he is also producing the show for me today to give me a chance to focus on you. Aaron, oh my goodness. Hello, hello, hello. Amazing. It is so good to see all of you. And I want to thank you for taking time out today. It is Thanksgiving weekend. A lot of people are traveling, a lot of people have family over, and I know that this will be such a very precious time. And this is what it is all about, building legacy. It means you should be building memories with those people. So we're not going to run very long today, but we are certainly going to celebrate hard.
Sis, you're going to have to speak up a little louder. Your mic's just kind of cutting out a little bit. So just talk a little bit louder for us, please.
Okie dokes.
Excellent. Thank you.
Let's see if I can get a little closer to my mic. Is that better?
Just pretend you're yelling at me again.
Aaron Gibson, you're driving me crazy.
Okay, perfect. Excellent sound check.
All
Sorry,
right.
sis. Had to let you know.
Oh goodness. So we're not really gonna go round robin. I'm just gonna start randomly and we're gonna start having some fun here. And audience, you need to pay attention, okay? You have to pay attention, otherwise you're gonna lose the opportunity to win something. All right, let's go. We're gonna start with Sharon Rose. Sharon Rose, welcome, welcome. So my first question to you, if you could just take a minute or so to answer, is how do you feel now that the project is concluded and you are published? You are published. Your story is in this book right here. You're published. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing because I shared with some family members and I was expecting oh, wow, congratulations. And it wasn't, we hadn't launched. I said tomorrow or the next day because you were still confirming. And I just got this barrage of doubt and question statements. And I was just like, wow, okay. So I'm like, well, how rare is this? How many people in America are actually published authors? And I looked it up and it said 1% of Americans are published authors. And that a whole lot of people want to do it, but haven't quite gotten it over the finish line. So grateful for you and the opportunity, Nick, and Guiding Brilliant Writers, because this has been on my to-do list for quite a while. And just your style and grace helped me get it over the finish line. So I'm sharing my story, one chapter at a time with my girls. I'm an only child. So if I don't tell my story, who else might tell it? So I want to own my story. And you provided that for me. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that and being so open about it. It's not always received as well as we hope it would. But we each make our choices, and we learn as we grow older that it is important for us to make those choices with ourselves top of mind. It not being selfish, but rather this is our life, right?
Yep.
So I am glad that you decided to do this, and perhaps consideration would be given and the story would be read and minds will be changed, if not now, at some later date. And I do hope for that for you. So are you ready to answer a Thanksgiving trivia question?
Let's go. We'll see.
Okay. Well, I had to cheat a little bit and pull up questions because I am from Trinidad and we did not celebrate Thanksgiving. So I was getting a hoot off of these answers. I'm like, oh my God, it's a good thing I'm not the one on the other side. And incidentally, we have one Canadian up here, although it's two Canadians who wrote in the book, and one gentleman from the UK. So I find it like really interesting that we're gonna have these questions. I'm just saying. Let's see how they go. So I'm gonna give the easier questions, obviously, to Aaron and to Joel. Okay? All right. So when was the first Thanksgiving celebrated? What year?
I have no idea. I don't even barely know what this year is.
I'll give you a hint.
Mm,
Between the 1600s and 1700s.
And I'm supposed to answer this?
I'm going to go with 1776, but history was my worst subject. Yep. So I have no idea.
So we are going to do a co-author tag. Does anyone have the answer to the question? Just raise your hand.
Ask it again. Ask it again, please.
When was the first Thanksgiving celebrated? If you know the answer, please raise your hand. All right, Leslie.
Oh, well, I think wouldn't it be 1492 when they landed at Plymouth Rock?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
So no, that was actually not correct.
Great.
All right.
7 years ago. In 1814. Wait, you said 1700. I don't think that's going to
Anyone
work.
in the audience have the answer? The first
Idea.
person to put the answer in there correctly will get a $10 Amazon gift card. What year? What year was the first Thanksgiving celebration? It's between the 1600s to 1700s.
They're all Googling it.
Just while they're answering this, I'm actually trying to correct. There's a situation with your LinkedIn. I'm going to actually try and fix this right now while you guys are doing that. So I'm keeping an eye on the comments right here. But I'm going to try and fix your stream.
Nick, my dad was actually a history teacher for a living for about 40-something years.
Actually, Leslie, who Googled and cheated, I'm sure, put 1621. It wasn't 1621. You know what? Come on, guys. It's the first round.
My dad was a history teacher.
Sorry?
My dad was a history teacher for a number of years, and he actually did teach me this, and I've forgotten.
No.
Right.
Well, you didn't
Oh my
say
God.
no AI. You didn't say no Google. So tell us no Google allowed, and I'll follow.
Well, no, it's a trivia. You're supposed to guess. You're supposed to not look it up.
Idea.
I didn't think I had to state that. All right, listen. It is the first question, and I think that even though it wasn't answered correctly, in the spirit, I should in fact throw the one question out to the audience. Okay? And we shall move on with this prize. So the first question to the audience is, what year was the first Legacy Chronicles series published? Authors cannot answer this. This is the audience only. What year was the first Legacy Chronicles series published? Put your answer in the comments. So the first person that gets their answer correct will get the $10 Amazon gift card as promised, but you will also receive an additional gift.
It happened in Stardate 664-442.
Aaron, that
Dash
sounds
Z.
like you're in the silent generation, which is older than me.
Okay, listen. So this is
So William Michelle says 2018.
This is a very telling time. So Bill, nope, that's not correct. That was not the year that the first Legacy Chronicles was published. So we are going to move on. And if somebody in the audience gets that correct, then we're going to move back and we're going to let you know what it is that you are going to win in addition to the $10 Amazon gift card. Fair enough? All right, let's keep it hustling here. So the next person we're going to speak with is Lauren. Lauren, hello and welcome.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
So I find this very interesting, and I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Sharon Rose, because you're also being published for the first time. And did you share with your family? What was that experience like for you? Is it what you expected? It wasn't what you expected? What was that like?
I did initially in the beginning, when we first started writing, and I told them that I was going to be writing a chapter, and I did tell my sister-in-law on Thursday, on Thanksgiving Day, but I didn't go into detail.
Mm-hmm.
I was planning on telling one of my brothers. I have twin brothers, and they are joined at the hip. So I figured if I told one, he would share with the other, but I didn't have the opportunity. There was just a lot going on. And I also didn't want to impose on the day. Everyone was really happy to see each other. And it was a joyful day. And I just didn't want to, bring it in. And because then I would have to disclose some of the things that were in the book. So I left it alone. But I'll get there. I'll get there, and I'm ready to. So
I know that you will.
yeah. How I'm feeling about it, I feel great. I'm excited.
Good.
I feel accomplished. It's one of those things where I never thought I would ever do it. In fact, I never put a thought into it. You joke about it. I said that before. You joke, oh, I could write a book, or I
Yes.
could, write a book about, this event or that story. But to actually do it, I never thought that I would get this far. But I am excited, and I'm so grateful to you, especially for the opportunity. So
You're very welcome, and I'm glad to hear that's two people now that have had a wonderful experience with it. And I see a few people just joined. Trisha, thank you so much for getting the Audible version. Jane, thanks so much for joining us. William, you're already blowing up the comments and trying to get some answers in. Very good. Willie J in the house, my big brother, who incidentally might be able to answer this question correctly, which was, what year was the first Legacy Chronicles published? So he actually published in the first Legacy Chronicles, and Aaron is holding up the book. So here's another hint. And come on, this one is super easy, guys. So the first one to get that answer in there. This book, A Letter to My Family, is the third annual Legacy Chronicles. So therefore, when was the first one published? Which year? If this is the third annual. Now, come on, this is a dead giveaway. So anybody that wants to get that
wouldn't
$10
it be 2020?
card, right? Authors can't answer. So if you want to get people in the audience that $10 Amazon gift card and other prize on here, you need to answer that question in the comments. All right, great. So while everyone is calculating that in their head, Lauren, are you ready for your Thanksgiving question?
I will try my best.
Okay. So let's see. Which U.S. president declared Thanksgiving a national holiday?
Oh God, I don't pay attention to. There was only one president I really paid attention to, and oh gosh, Abraham Lincoln.
Yes, That's correct.
Four stars and 10 years
That
ago.
is correct.
You know why? I read it. I read a little story
All right.
about him the other day.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do, okay? Because I want to give away these $1,500 in prizes today. Bottom line.
Good.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Being that Lauren answered a question correctly, we are going to award someone the prize, okay, for the first question, which was what year was the first legacy anthology published? It was 2023. And I see that William and Trisha both got the 2022.
Mhm.
So I am going to send each of you a $10 Amazon gift card. If Aaron will kindly note that.
I am already on it. I'm just writing down Trisha's name.
All right. So it was 23, guys. 23 December, 24 December, and now 25 Thanksgiving. All right. So that's where we are. Beautiful. Okay. So now Lauren also got hers right. So what we're going to do is this is the question being posed to the audience. And how many authors are in Legacy 2025? The authors cannot answer. Okay. So in the audience, how many are in the Legacy Chronicles 2025? Do you know how many people wrote in this book? I'll do this. Woo! Did you count that fast? If you can get it right. Hey, listen, all you got to do is scan the QR code up in the corner, hop on over to Amazon, check out the book, 99 cents Audible today with your Kindle membership, $4.99 for the ebook, $14.99 for the paperback. I personally am a paperback girl. And if you can tell me how many people wrote their stories in Legacy 2025, you are going to get one free item valued up to $35 from the Guiding Brilliant Writers merch line. What do we have there? We got t-shirts. We got keychains. We got tumblers, bookmarks, mugs. So there is something that you can get if you can tell me in the comments how many people published their stories in Legacy 2025. So I see Jason has a guess at 12. It's close, but not quite 12. All right. So Marissa and Jason, thank you so much for joining us. We're playing some Thanksgiving trivia. We're having a blast and we're giving away some prizes. So we need to know how many people wrote in Legacy 2025 in order for us to give away one free item valued up to $35 from the GBW Publishing merch line. Okay, so you guys need to help me pay attention to the comments and who might actually answer the question, because I know you all know what the answer is, obviously. Trisha got it. Bam, Trisha Brady, 10. Well, you did just buy the Audible, so wonderful. All right, let's get Trisha's name down. She is getting a GBW piece of merch. Oh my God, I'm screaming into this mic. I'm dying. All right, let's move on. So next up, we're going to go with Leslie. Hello, Leslie. So I am not going to ask you how you feel being published today, because you've been published before. But I want to share that Leslie's story was written quite differently. She wrote hers as a live play. And I'm curious to know, because you have shared that, you know, being ubanana and, you know, the kids and grandkids being busy with their lives, they don't pay that much attention to what's going on with you. So they may not have even read your first legacy chapter last year. Do you plan to approach your 4 grandchildren, the characters in this play, and yourself, and try to encourage them to enact this play? Is that something you're thinking about?
Well, It's kind of interesting because when I first wrote it, I was afraid, or something held me back from using their names. And so I used their first initial, right? Which got very confusing. But, that was interesting because I guess through a short period of time, I realized, oh, why don't I use their names? Well, I've told them all about it. And I've been with them over the last few days whenever I have a chance. And I bring up the stories because I know that will get their attention. And I've told them, I know you haven't read it yet, but you'll be glad from last year. But you'll be glad once I'm gone that these are the questions that I'm now thinking I wish I had asked my grandmothers. So they're a little more interested because two of them are involved in theater. So by talking about the play and the main characters, them at about 10 years old and myself, I got them to look at me and listen.
Wonderful.
That was a step.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying that was a step in the right direction.
It was.
Yeah.
So you could let them know that one of your LinkedIn besties is throwing down the gauntlet for them to produce this play, because I would love to be able to air it on the person behind the pen next year before the launch of Legacy 2026. Right?
I've had another idea too, Nick, if that's all right. It needs to be a children's book.
I love it. And that's something we will definitely discuss off air. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see Trisha asking, and I just want to let you know, Trisha, yes, we did see your answer. It is, in fact, 10 horses in the book. And so, yes, you are going to get a complimentary piece of merch from the GVW Publishing merch line. So we're keeping a track of all the winners and what you've won, so we can make sure that we take care of that. I'll make sure to reach out early next week and get everybody their prizes. All right, let's see your question. What type of meat was served at the first Thanksgiving?
Bacon. Sorry, that's a Canadian answer. That's the Canadian answer.
They were bacon wrapped scallops. You know that. Let me think here a second. So back then, I would say wild turkey. And I mean the bird, not the liquor.
Oh, gosh. I didn't even know there was such a liquor. So, audience, if you are just arriving and you're not sure what's going on, and I want to say hi to Marissa Banks, I'm glad that you're recognizing some people up here. Each of the writers are going to get a Thanksgiving trivia question. If they answer it correctly, then you, the audience, gets asked a question, and the first person to answer their question correctly in the audience gets a prize. So Leslie's answer to what type of meat was served at the first Thanksgiving, and she said she believed it would be turkey. Well, wild turkey. So that answer is not correct. Okay. Anybody else on stage want to take a stab at that question? Hand up. All right, Chan Rose, let's go.
Was it venison?
Yes, it was venison. Oh my God, yay!
That's it. That's
now,
my trivia question for the year.
Now wait a minute. I'm looking here at the AI. The meats on the 1621 menu were wild fowl, which included ducks, geese, swans, and possibly turkeys, though turkey was not the centerpiece as it is today. There's not a word about venison.
And AIing, and they're not supposed to do that. It's against the rules.
Well, she already answered it, but I question where that came from. The reference.
It depends on the origin, because traditionally, for some, depending on where you're at, the first Thanksgiving was actually between the indigenous and the people. So
correct.
It was an exchange of their products, so pelts, food. But yes, yeah.
Well, then buffalo.
When it became yes, oh, absolutely.
Right.
Okay, I don't want to end up in trouble because buffalo is quite tasty too. So But it's
You know what? It was a wonderful all-around answer. The bottom line is we got the answer correct up here on stage. So therefore, we get to pose a question to the audience so that you could win another prize from Guiding Brilliant Writers Publishing. So I'm going to say hello to Sharon and to Lisa and to Vida. Thank you so much for joining us. We are doing a Thanksgiving trivia. The authors are answering the questions, and if they get theirs right, then you get to answer a question in the audience and win a prize. So let's go now with the question to match Leslie's answer or Sharon Rose's answer.
for the audience.
Yeah, this one's going to the audience. Hey, Donald, brother, how are you? Okay, so which two writers in Legacy 2025 are Canadian? There are 2 writers out of the 10 writers in Legacy 2025, and they are Canadian. If you can answer that correctly in the comments, you are going to get from me 1 hour of my time in story development, which is valued at $150. At the end of which, if you are self-publishing for the first time, this would be very beneficial because you get to pick my brain about everything self-publishing. So the question is, there are 2 writers in Legacy 2025. Well, bam, here we go. William Rochelle. Well, Patricia Leda and Aaron Gibson. There we go. That's the answer. Very good. Thank you. All right, so let's make sure we get Bill down there. Bill, you're spending an hour with me. Whatever it is you ever wanted to write, let's get it started. Let's work on it. Wonderful. I'm so excited. Yay. Okay, let's keep going. I think everybody's doing pretty good, and we've given away a $10 gift card, 2 $10 gift cards to Amazon now. We've given away 1 item from the GBW merch line, and we have given away a 1-hour story development class with me. All right, let's go. So next up we have, oh my goodness gracious, Joel. Hello, Joel. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. How are you?
Good. How are you doing over there in the UK? What's the weather like?
Freezing.
Oh, gosh. So I dare not complain. It is pretty brisk in New York right now, but it is sunny. And so I don't want to be that Grinch and complain when it's cold outside and it's sunny. Because there are the days that it's so gloomy that you don't even want to get out of bed. So I believe this is the first time that you 2 are being published. Am I correct?
Yep.
Oh my God, how do you feel today?
Going from songwriting to a book, it's certainly an interesting experience.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. And then I'm curious because I know that you mentioned that your family is a little bit private, which, you know, hey, there are tons of families like that. Did you share with anyone that you published a book?
Depends what you mean by family. My biological one? No. My friends, yes.
Okay, well, listen, I consider both family because, look, I have tons of family up on the stage and in the audience. So that's wonderful that you went ahead and shared. Thank you so much for letting us know that. And I think that it might be like not very fair to give you a Thanksgiving trivia question, being that you are from the UK. But we are still going to, in the spirit of, ask you a question, all right? Okay, so welcome, Jacob, to the show. And we're playing Thanksgiving trivia with the authors. Every answer that is correct, the audience gets posed a question. And if you get yours right, you get to win something from Guiding Brilliant Writers. We're giving away $1,500 worth of prizes today. Okay, so Joel, your question. I'm looking because it should be something fair. All right. What was the first pie flavor associated with Thanksgiving? What was the first pie flavor associated with Thanksgiving? I think to make it a little fairer, let's do a multiple choice. A, blueberry. B, apple. C, pumpkin.
I don't think it's C, so I'm going to go with Apple.
Okay, that actually sadly isn't correct. That isn't correct.
I would have guessed the same thing, man. I would have guessed the same thing.
Does anybody else at stage want to take a stab at it?
It was mud pie.
Blueberry.
Real mud, though.
It was pumpkin.
It was
blueberry.
pumpkin.
It was
Oh my
pumpkin.
goodness. All right, listen. This kind of trivia absolutely sucks. I have to tell you. It doesn't matter whether we get it right or not, but we're just giving away the prizes. And that's okay, because that's what we're doing today. We are celebrating Thanksgiving. We're celebrating being published. We're celebrating 7 of the 10 writers being published for the first time. And we're celebrating the first year, concluding the first year for Guiding Brilliant Writers Publishing. Yes, Jacob got it now, pumpkin pie. Okay, so here we go, guys. Because the answer was correct on stage, the audience is going to get a question from me. The first person in the audience to answer the question correctly is going to get a gift from Guiding Brilliant Writers. Okay? So here is the question to the audience. GBW stands for 2 things: Guiding Brilliant Writers and what else? So people on stage cannot answer. Sandra, it's so wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for coming. So Jacob, Sandra just joined. I should just have a recording for this. We, the authors, are up here playing Thanksgiving trivia. Every answer they answer correct, the audience gets a question. Once the first person in the audience to answer it correct gets a prize. And we are giving away, Guiding Brilliant Writers is giving away $1,500 worth of prizes. 2 Amazon gift cards have gone out. 1 free item from the Guiding Brilliant Writers merch line has gone out, and 1 hour of story development time with me. So let's keep going. The question is, GBW stands for Guiding Brilliant Writers, but it also stands for something else. Can you tell us in the comments what else does GBW stand for? Perhaps I need to make this a little more interesting.
For those of you that have followed Nicole for a very long time, you will know the answer to what the other definition of GBW is. Right?
Correct. What is the other definition for GBW per my branding? Okay.
Nope.
Nope, not growing brilliant wisdom. Good try. Guiding Brilliant Writers is the publishing company. It was founded by, there we go, ding, 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 Jason just got it. And that would be Gifted Bipolar Writer. That is correct. I started my journey as the Gifted Bipolar Writer, and the Gifted Bipolar Writer founded Guiding Brilliant Writers, and we are where we are today. So with that being said, Jason, I am very happy to let you know that the next prize up is 50% off of a future anthology project, and that is valued at $350. It is $700 to contribute a chapter in our collaborative books. We have 3 coming next year. The first is Suicide Survivors, We'll Live to Tell Our Story. And the second is Voices of the Veterans, The Answer to the Bugle Call. Yes, Jason, you can certainly gift this to someone if you do not want to use it. Again, this is a $350 value. Jason, congratulations. All right, we are having fun. We have given away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prizes now.
Wait, 4 questions have been asked. This is the 5th question you're going on to now.
That's correct, but I guess the 5th one is because I gave away 2 $10 Amazon gift cards. But
True.
Cool.
It's all been recorded.
Answered, and I was like, all right, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. All right. Again, welcome to everyone coming in. Habibullah, welcome. Thank you for participating. Here we go, guys. Please make sure you scan the QR code up in the corner. At the bottom, you will also see the global Amazon link to purchase your copy. 99 cents for the Audible today with the membership of Kindle, $4.99 for the ebook, and $14.99 for the paperback. Oh, and in case I didn't mention, we split royalties here. So this is a really, really good opportunity for you to support the writers twofold. All right, let's go. We're going to talk to Kathy. Kathy. Oh my God, Kathy, the co-founder of Outliers. Kathy, who I met in March. Kathy Love. And her
Hi,
last
Nick.
name is like, perfect when you hear the title of her chapter. And I'm not going to tell you what the title is. You need to go buy the book. So, Kathy, how are you feeling? Because I had thought that you were published before, but in a different light, if you will. So I want to know how you feel today. And I know that you were walking on your treadmill, and I just think that is so freaking awesome that you double up what it is that you're doing.
It helps me get my steps in. Yes. I am so excited about this, far more than I ever imagined. When I signed up for this, I thought it was going to be a quick writing assignment. I thought it was going to just be like something I did, but it turned into something so much bigger. And in writing, I not only found what I wanted my legacy to be, but was able to connect it through generations. And it became so meaningful to me. I'm lucky enough to have my mom and dad. And so I did share it with my mother, and she can't wait to have, to buy a copy and share it with the family. My kids are in their 20s. They're a little bit less interested in anything that I do, but that's okay. It'll be in print. And that's the whole point, right? Is it'll never go away. It's in print. It'll be there for them when they are interested. And yeah, I'm honored that you are doing this and that I could be a part of it. And I'm excited to have it done.
Very,
It is very different than anything I've done before.
That means a great deal. I speak about it often. And, I'm building my own foundation with Guiding Brilliant Writers. And I want this to be more than a writing project, a writing assignment. I want it to be a full-bodied experience where you meet with your co-authors several times, that there's a lot of interaction and support from each other. And then there's a lot of promotion that goes into this and live opportunity events, because I want you guys to meet the people behind the pen. And these are the people. So thank you so much. I'm hearing a little squeakiness in the background. I'm not sure from what.
It was me.
Oh, okay. There you go. Is your timer off? Did you make like your 20 minutes? Is that what it is?
It wasn't a timer. I was trying to walk less while I was actually talking so that I wasn't distracting. And I ended up turning the treadmill up really fast. And so I had to quickly go back the other direction.
That is so funny. Oh my God.
It's okay. I was going to say fries are done.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. I'm going to say thank you to everyone tuning in. I know that the Outlier Project is here. I don't have to say what that means. Kathy is the co-founder of the Outlier Project. I am a happy member of the community as well. If you would like any more information, by all means, reach out. I am very happy to share my experiences with you. We have so many people joining us today. I know Sharon and Jason. I believe that Habibullah as well. I don't know if my buddy there can show me a couple more people, but my brain, goodness gracious. But thank you everyone for joining us. All right, so we have now gone full circle with the writers, with the exception of one, and that would be the Mr. Aaron Gibson, Soulman Live, Soul Media Productions. and just my incredible big brother. And so, Aaron, I want to ask you, this is your third time writing in Legacy Chronicles, and you actually invited someone to be a part of this with us. She was a childhood friend that you recently reconnected with. And so, therefore, I think that this year would have put a different spin on your experiences writing in Legacy. So, tell me a bit about that.
Well, originally, what I had really planned was for her to basically have the same opportunity that I did, and because you and I worked together and so many services are exchanged in that time between friends, I really just wanted her to get her shot. I was like, no, I don't really, I was looking at this from the same perspective as you. I was looking at this as like, I've already written my story kind of twice. Where could I go with this one? This was an opportunity for Patricia to get her kind of opportunity, the same thing that you gave to me, kind of full circle 3 years ago. So I was like, it'd be really nice to just pay that forward on to somebody that has really worked throughout their life to really be in the place that she is, but also deserves that moment to really share her story because it relates to so many people. And that she does. She has a priceless grin that will light up a room, even when she's in the most tormented pain. So big shout out to Patricia Leader. For her, I know she can't. And it for me, it was just, again, paying it forward, giving it that opportunity on to somebody else the same way that you had given to me. And then you said, no, you're writing. And I was like, okay. So this became a really, really cool experience because not only was it just, and what I had intended was, is just to basically coach her. And I use the word loosely because you're the publisher. I was like, I'll get you basically set up so that I know exactly. I've worked with Nicole before. I know the things to set up with you so that basically when you hand your chapter in, it should be a pretty easy peasy thing. Well, again, first time writer, and even I do it, sometimes the editing can get crazy, and it was just nice to work with her throughout that process, talking many times like throughout her story. And when she was expressing her story, I was like, that's really good. Can you make me feel a little bit more about that moment? And she really tackled onto it. And of course, when you're writing for the first time, you don't realize that, like, it can seem very overwhelming at the beginning because you're like, which part of my world am I going to express? And when we're such multifaceted gems out there casting a light into a certain direction, where do we start? And for her to actually, for the both of us to kind of work through it, really gave me an opportunity to see her kind of embrace her moment, from basically beginning to end. And then, of course, again, first time, you don't realize it's all over by the time you've submitted off your chapter to Nicole to basically hand off to editing. At that point in time, you are literally waiting for the days for her to come back and say, guess what? You're done. You're finished. And then you realize that this process was not only healing and growing and going back through some of your history or going through a moment that you really feel another person needs to hear. That's just it's an undescribable feeling. It's almost back to what Leslie was talking about last night, which was transcendental. It does become almost a spiritual experience when you're doing this. So there you go. There's a long-winded answer. Did that work?
You know what? It was worth the long-windedness. I appreciate you sharing that. I know Patricia couldn't be here with us today. This is a very heavy working day for her. And so therefore, I felt that you got to also express a bit of what she would have experienced in this. I know that it is a first time for her being published, and I'm really looking forward to having her on one of our future live events, because there will be others coming, including December 10th. We are going to be with Jason Forehand, and we're very excited for that. So again, just thank you everyone for being here. I see you in the comments talking about the book. That means so much. You're not speaking about a book, the book. you're speaking about the legacies of the people that you see on screen. They are, and I am at the moment, living our legacies. But there will be a time when these legacies would have been left in the universe, for not just all the people whose lives we've been a part of, but all the lives that we will touch, of people that we will never meet. So it is so thrilling to be doing this. But we're also having fun. So let's go on to the next Thanksgiving trivia question. And this one is being pitched out to Aaron, who we need to be fair to. Okay, our brother lives in Canada. Okay, I believe.
Answer's bacon.
I believe
Back
that
bacon.
Canadian bacon. I believe that you guys have Victoria Day. Is that correct?
Yes, we do.
So my sister lives in Canada, and so she celebrates Victoria Day. And I am not going to. We're going to be fair, and we're going to give you something, fairly easy. All right, let's go. Oh, come on, man! Like seriously, let's go. What is the main ingredient in traditional stuffing? My God, dude.
Bread.
Come on. What?
Bread. Mrs. Bread.
That is correct. Yay! It is
Yes.
bread. Oh my
As
God.
long as it's not
All right.
hardtack, that's for the sailors.
Okay, like seriously, Aaron did get that. So you know what? I think because we're trying to give away these prizes, that we should ask 2 questions to the audience and give away 2 prizes back to back. What do you say? We all say yay?
You
Okay,
gave him the easiest. You've given the 2 guys the easiest questions. Look at Lauren's head.
well, come on, seriously, Joel's in the UK and Aaron's in Canada, right? And Thanksgiving
Okay.
is like an American holiday, so we gotta be like, legit fair. All right, but let's see. Yeah, we're gonna talk about what we gave away again so far because we have some winners out there, and we did give away 2 $10 Amazon gift cards, 1 free piece of merch from the GBW Publishing merch line, 1 hour of story development time with moi. And 50% off of an anthology project coming in 2026. We are publishing 3 anthologies in 2026. This is worth $350 because it is $700 to publish a chapter with us. All right, let's go. This is a big one. And this is a good prize. Like the second to last biggest prize to be given away. Okay.
Jazz hands.
And come on, people, you guys should be paying attention in the show. And if you are, some of these answers were actually already given. Okay. Unfortunately, the people on stage cannot answer the question. All right, let's go. How many books has GBW Publishing published this year for 2025? How many books has Guiding Brilliant Writers published this year? Since we started the business in February, 10 months, how many books have we published? That's the answer I need to know in the comments from the audience. And if you get this right, perhaps I'm not going to tell you what it is in case nobody gets it right. All right, so you got to stop and you got to think, how many books did we publish this year? Okay, so that's the first question. We're going to jump on to the second question because we want to give away a little bit more here. All right. What is the title of the next anthology being published by Guiding Brilliant Writers? And that launch date is January 1st of 2026. If you can answer what is the next title being published by Guiding Brilliant Writers on the 1st of January 2026, you are also in for a prize. All right, so let's go. All right, we got a comment in from Jacob. Jacob, no, the answer is not 4, but thank you for trying. We are 10 months in business, and we have published No, Jason, that's a good try as well. We have not published 10 books this year. We've published somewhere between 4 and 10 this year. There you go. There's a hint. There aren't too many others to guess there, guys. How many books did Guiding Brilliant Writers publish its first year in business? All right. And then the next question was, what is the title of the next anthology that we are publishing on January 1st of 2026? All right. So let's see. In the meantime, while we have some guesses going on out there, just for the heck of it, and being that everybody already answered one Thanksgiving question, I'm just going to be a pain and throw this out to the group, and you guys could just shout out the answer. All right, let's go. I'm going to find one that's a bit harder. Jason, not next year. But no, the next title is not technically, it's not Transformation Kitchen Cookbook. I apologize, but not. Oh, bam, we got an answer in the audience, people. Sandra Bote just answered correctly. It is, in fact, 8 books published. 8 books published this year in 10 months by Guiding Brilliant Writers. Congratulations, lady. I'm sorry. Congratulations to you. So, what you get here is, oh my goodness, put my magnifiers back on because I'm blind. Okay, you just got $500 off of a publishing package next year.
Wow.
You have $500 off of a publishing package next year. All right, so we have 3 packages we offer. We offer a basic, a standard, and a premium. So whichever package, if you are publishing a book, you get $500 off of the price to publish a book with us. That is your price, and congratulations. All right, so we are still waiting on the answer of what is the title of the anthology publishing January 1st, 2026. Now, if you run over to the Guiding Brilliant Writers publishing page on LinkedIn or Facebook and do some scrolling, you might actually see what the next title of the book is that's publishing. And you will be able to win a prize. All right, let's throw out that Thanksgiving question now to the authors. Let's go.
We're still waiting for an answer on the title, too, from question 6.
Correct. All right. Which Native
I was just throwing that out there.
Okay, yes. So go look, check out the Guiding Brilliant Writers publishing page, LinkedIn or Facebook, and get the answer to that so somebody can win this prize that I am trying to give away. All right, let's go, guys. Which Native American tribe celebrated the first Thanksgiving with the Pilgrims?
Cherokee.
Nope. And remember, audience, you cannot answer this question. This is only for the people on stage. Which Native American tribe celebrated the first Thanksgiving with the Pilgrims?
It was the Sioux.
Iroquois.
The Mohicans? Wow, I wasn't expecting some. Well, that was the nicest no answer I've ever gotten off of a talk show.
The Cherokee.
No.
The Cherokee.
No.
I said Cherokee, and she said no.
But when I say it, it's going to be right.
Mr. Brady, thank you for your guess of 5. We have actually published 8 books this year in 10 months. And I apologize. Who answered that question first?
Actually, that was Sandra. Sandra got that answer.
Yes.
We're waiting for an answer on the title of the next book for the, I believe you said the anthology.
Correct. We have an anthology publishing on January 1st, 2026. We are kicking off the year big and bold. This is a very, very different title than any that I have put out there. If you can tell me what the title of that book is, you are going to win something as well. But in the meantime, for the authors, we want to know which Native American tribe celebrated the first Thanksgiving with the Pilgrims.
The Métis?
Mm-mm.
Was it
Wow,
the Hopi Indians?
Mm-mm.
Okay, we already said Cherokee, Hopi.
Mohegans.
The Sioux Indians were considered one of the harshest Indians, so we're not sure if that's that.
Oh, we don't think that they would be sharing a dinner with us.
They were the hardest to
All right.
get along with.
All right, so we're gonna say hello to this gentleman who just joined us. Thank you so much for offering us congratulations. It's an exciting time. These authors are up here celebrating. 7 of 10 of them are published for the first time. It's the 3rd annual Legacy Chronicles. Playing some Thanksgiving trivia with them and giving away some prizes. And I think we've probably given away, I don't know, maybe 1,000 in prizes so far, something like that. All right, so you know what? We can't seem to get it right up here on stage.
Wapanaog.
Are you Googling again, Leslie?
Gesundheit. Or sorry, Gesundheit.
She's like, no, I'm not Googling.
Okay, I gotta go for a full force peep. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Actually, Leslie answered it correctly.
She's Googling.
Yeah, she is.
Hands up, lady. We got you.
She didn't answer it correctly, and the answer is the. Getting lost.
Wapanaog.
Wapana.
Wapana.
I can't pronounce it.
There's another good answer there. That was another good one.
Oh my goodness gracious! But that is correct. So, we are still waiting on that answer regarding the title. But let's move on to another giveaway because I am giving away all 9 of these prizes today. We're giving away all $1,500 worth of it. So let's do this.
Okay, I'm going for a full force speed break. I'll be back in a bit.
All right.
Yeah.
That's funny. The person that's keeping a track left. So now I'm not really sure.
I haven't gone far. I can still hear you. I just don't have anything on screen and you can't hear me.
All right.
Oh, I know the answer. Pageants, Pride, and Prejudice.
You can't answer. You're on stage.
Oh, I thought you said only the people on stage.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Now
It
we
wasn't
need
that.
the people in the
It was
audience.
not that. It was not that.
All right, listen. Only the people in the audience can answer what is the next step to be published by Guiding Brilliant Writers on January 1st. And if you are paying attention, Leslie just answered it. And if you could put it in the comments, you can win the prize. All right, so let's see who is actually paying attention. All right, Leslie just gave away the answer to what is the there we go. Oh my God, Trisha is on the ball and paying attention. She is so paying attention. Oh my God. I am just dying. All right, Trisha, thank you so much for playing. I want you just, oh goodness gracious. What you just won from us is a complimentary book cover design by Guiding Brilliant Writers. This is the $300 value. You get 2 concepts and 2 edits. That is what we charge for a book cover design with us, $300. So you just won yourself a book cover design, 2 concepts, 2 edits, value $300. Yes, you can pass it along to someone if it is that you are not going to be publishing something or something anytime soon. So congratulations on that, and I hope that you enjoy your prize. All right, so Leslie is qualified from answering any more questions.
I go away for 2 minutes. What happened? What did you do?
Never mind. I
Oh my
misunderstood.
God.
But Trisha owes me a big one, though. Trisha really owes me a big one.
Yes, Trisha.
Okay, so Trisha is the official winner. I was going to say,
Yeah.
Trisha is the official winner of a complimentary book cover design. And your cover design is not just the cover design where you get 2 concepts, you pick one, and then you get up to 2 edits. Well, when it's time for you to publish your book with whomever you're publishing with, even if you're self-publishing, I do have to fit your cover for your manuscript. Okay, so that is also part of it. So congratulations to that. Oh, Jacob, just missed it. I am so sorry. Like you just missed the answer. Trisha just had it in the comments
They
already.
were seconds apart, by the way. I see the timings of when they came in. So
Yeah. All right. So you know what? We're at a little over an hour, and I'm not going to keep people longer. But I do want to recap what we have won so far because there's going to be one more giveaway today. We gave away 2 Amazon gift cards worth $10 each. We gave away, oh my goodness gracious, one piece of merch from the Guiding Brilliant Writers merch line valued up to $35. 1 hour story development time valued at $150 with me. We gave 50% off of the anthology project next year, valued at $350. We have 3 coming next year. The first is Suicide Survivors. We live to tell our story. The second is Voices of the Veterans, The Answer to the Bugle Call. And we'll mention the third shortly. And we also gave away $500 off of a publishing package. We have 3 different packages, basic, standard, and premium. We gave away a book cover design valued at $300. Oh, I lied. There are 2 more giveaways. Let's go. All right. There is one person in the audience that cannot answer this question. I trust that you know who you are. You cannot answer this question. And the people on stage are going to be allowed to participate in this one and win a prize. Because I think it's only fair. They've not been getting to win any prizes. So let's go. The people in the audience and the people on stage. All right? So I am going to give a 3-second delay, meaning 3 seconds, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 for the audience to answer. And then you guys can shout yours out because you're going to talk a lot faster than you're going to be able to type. Are we good? Are we good with the audience getting a little handicap? All right, let's go. Here's the question, guys. What charitable publication is GBW working on next year? Okay, I'll answer the question one more time. In the comments, you need to type in this answer. I'm going to count to 3, and anybody on stage can belt it out, and that person's going to win. One of you guys, all right? What charitable publication is Guiding Brilliant Writers working on for next year? Let's go.
Transformation Kitchen.
1, 2, 3. All right, yes, that's it. That's the answer right here. Joel just got the answer. Very good, Joel. Yes.
Oh, I was going to say it.
He's mentioned
I was
it. He's mentioned it
too
often
hesitant.
enough. So I think, Jason, you can now know that I've been paying attention.
Oh, very good one. Nice comeback. So Guiding
Good
Brilliant
job,
Writers
Joel.
is indeed working on a charitable transformation cookbook next year with HR4U and Jason Forehand, who is the founder. I'm an advisory board member, and I'm very proud to be a part of this nonprofit. And so you, dear sir, are going to win yourself a copy of the cookbook. We're going to make sure that you get a complimentary copy of the cookbook. All right. So we're going to do one more giveaway, and I'm a little concerned because I see Trisha says I sent the answer 2 times already.
I think there was confusion because I don't think that she's seen that there was another question. Trisha,
Okay.
You did actually win the last. So I've got everybody's name. I've been writing down everybody that's been going through. I will actually do a quick summary recap if you'd like.
I'll
So the
let you
first
know.
question was actually,
Okay,
it's for there was 2 $10 Amazon gift cards. Let's see, this is where Document the Knack comes into play here, right? First question was answered by William and Trisha. They both received a $10 Amazon gift card. Second question was 1 piece of merch, which is won again by Trisha Brady Mahoney. Third question was 1 hour session. That was won by William Michelle. Then we go to the fourth question. That was actually run by Chasen Forehand, 50% off of a future anthology project. Question number 5 was answered by Sandra Bote, and she won $500 off of a publishing package for next year. And the 6th question you actually answered as well, Trisha. You've got this. So this is for the last question in which Joel actually answered it right out there. So good job on all those answers. You're doing fabulous out there. Excellent work.
Yes. Oh my God, you guys are so good in the audience. I'm cracking up. I'm seeing the question answers coming in, and I really want to say thank you for playing along, because we want to have some fun up here as well. Legacy could be laughter and tears, lessons learned, and so many wins in life. And we want to celebrate today, especially it being Thanksgiving weekend, how grateful we are to have the opportunities we have, and especially to spend this time together and to give away so much to everyone out there who has been supporting Guiding Brilliant Writers. So, Martha, I want to say hello and welcome. LinkedIn user, I apologize. I'm not sure who you are. It's usually one of two people. So if you put your name in there, we'll know who. And we're just wrapping up at the end now. We've given away quite a bit of prizes today. And I'm going to encourage you one more time to please get your copy of the book. If you scan the QR code, you can also see the link right at the bottom of the screen. That is the Global Amazon link.
Oh, that's Martha.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Martha, yes.
Audible version is 99 cents. If you have the Kindle membership, it is $4.99 for the ebook and $14.99 for the paperback. So as I go now to give away, I have more questions and answers. I love it. All right. So as now we're going to do the final giveaway. I'm going to pose this question to everyone in the comments. If you have been paying attention, this answer was given throughout the show. Okay, so let's go. Or was it now given throughout the show? Oh, well, it is certainly in my post today. So we can start there. All right.
Here, it's going to be a really challenging one. Can you rhyme off the actual code or the... Oh, wait, we're going to get rid of it off the screen here. You guys have to remember this code at the bottom, and then you've got to read it back. Ready? In 3, 2... No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, wait, what? All right, let's do this. This is the last question for the evening, friends. How many legacy stories have been written all together among the 3 books? Okay, so this is the 3rd annual Legacy Chronicles being published. In the series, it was Thanksgiving of this year it was published. We already know that there were 10 authors in that book because that was one of the questions. But this is the 3rd annual Legacy Chronicles. The first one was published in December of 2023. The second one was published in December of 2024. And now here we are in 2025, and we have 10 more people joining. So over the 3 books, and let's show them here. A note to my family, a message to my family, and a letter to my family. 3 years we have published this series. What are the total number of legacy stories left between these 3 books? They have pictures of the authors at the back of all of them. So if you run over to Amazon and you find it, you can actually see the back cover of every single book, and you can count how many authors. If you can, oh, stories rather, so how many authors in each of the books. So if you can answer correctly, okay, and I'll give a couple minutes as we're wrapping up. If you can answer correctly, how many legacy stories have been published in these 3 books? We are giving away one final grand prize. Thus far, the largest prize that has been given away was worth $500. So needless to say, this prize is worth more than $500. Okay? Aaron, while everyone's thinking about that, I am going to ask you to please play our beautiful legacy montage. The lyrics for this song was written by Leslie Flowers. The video was produced by Aaron Gibson. And please enjoy the video while you think about the question.
Have it within you. Your voice etched in word upon the page. Let us all gather in this harmonious moment. A link of insight learned from life's stage. The voices of the past whispered through the dust and flame, carried joy and sorrow in stories without name. How did we not hear them? How did we not see the echoes in our laughter, the grief beneath the tree? In my heart I yearn to leave something behind, legacy in the spirits I care for, a journey in scripture resisting time. One day we will all speak as the voice of what has been, for the children who will wonder where the soul of time has been. No need to rewrite pages, no way to shift the tide, but we can shape the silence with the truth we hold inside. In my heart I yearn to leave something behind, legacy in the spirits I care for, a journey in scripture resisting time. So write today in our future voice, let the ink be brave and kind, for those now walking forward, leaving shadowed years behind. With memories like lanterns and hearts that still recall the long ago becoming the meaning of it all. In my heart I yearn to leave something behind, legacy in the spirits I care for, a journey in scripture resisting time.
Born for this, born to write, born to speak up, born to fight, born to dream in the dead of night.
Aaron, thank you so much for that beautiful production. And Leslie, the lyrics that just, they touch so deeply. You know, when I consider that there are parts that I want to bring into this experience, I can't do it alone. And without having a team by my side, I can't move forward to the extent that I am. So I want to thank you both very much for everything that you do for me and for guiding brilliant writers. I just want to again thank everyone for attending. And I do see that we have some answers popping up, 44 stories. I believe there was 30 stories. And so we are going to close this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 3 numbers. How many were in the first book, how many were in the second book, and how many were in the third book. So it is going to end up being who can calculate and do math in their head like that. And that is going to be the answer. All right. So in these 3 legacy books, we need to know how many total legacy stories have been published. And the first book published 21 stories. The second book published 21 stories. The third book published 10 stories. So let's go. 21 plus 21 plus 10.
And we're going to be kind of considerate because we know that there's a slight delay. So whoever can, again, it's whoever pops up on the screen first. That's why we always encourage you to come over to YouTube, because your answers are literally instantaneous. If you are on LinkedIn, I'm sorry, there's usually anywhere from a 2 to a 4 minute delay. So
Sandra is close, but that is not correct. So first book, 21 stories. Second book, 21 stories. Last book, 10 stories. How many legacy? 52. The answer. Oh, wow, Jacob, fantastic. You have a
and
brand.
then literally it was by split second.
Oh, it was by Jane. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, Jane actually got it by and I mean a split second, because I was watching the screen.
Aww. All right. So I tell you what. Yes, Guiding Brilliant Writers is crazy like that because Nick's bipolar and she gets to do whatever the hell she wants. So here we go. I have two answers up there. I got Jacob and I got Jane. Jacob literally answered like a split second after. I can't give it to everyone, but I will give it to the first two, which are Jane and Jacob. J and J, let's go. You guys have each won the biggest prize giveaway, which now means that the giveaways have gone over $2,000 today. You each are going to have a complimentary chapter in Legacy 2026 next year, which is valued at $700 a chapter. So please make sure that you send me a connection request. I want to be able to connect with you. I want to be able to be out there supporting you. And we're going to stay in touch because come 2026, you are going to be writing in Legacy 2026 a complimentary chapter valued at $700. All right. So that's it. This is a wrap. We gave away so many prizes today. I had so much fun on stage with all the Thanksgiving trivia. You guys are wonderful for sticking around for an hour and a half and having some fun. I celebrate you. I pay tribute to all of you, the writers, for your courage, for your dedication to being a part of this, because it is certainly a commitment. It is not just a pen a few words and run. That is so not what this experience is about. It is a shared experience, and everybody walks away with a little more added to their legacy. So thank you again. Please go out and buy your copy. And I am going to ask on behalf of myself and the writers on stage, when you read the stories, and I know that you will be moved, please go back to Amazon and leave us a review. If there is a particular story that you love, let us know. Let that person know. Your reviews on Amazon make such a difference to us. My goal is to get 50 reviews, and I am counting on each of you who purchased the book to give your review. Share the book with someone and ask them to give the review as well. Your reviews helps our book to be seen more and to reach a further audience. So with that, I thank everyone for joining. My name is Nick. I am the gifted bipolar writer, the founder of Guiding Brilliant Writers. To date, since this all started, we have published 13 books altogether, and we are thrilled to be lining up more so far than 6 books coming next year. Stay in touch, go out there, live your story, and whatever you do not forget to write it. Otherwise, somebody else will. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Nick.
Wait.